Do the Humpty Hump.
Hump Day, man. Wednesday.
It's the Hump Day. Covino and Rich broadcasting live from the beautiful FSR Stage Media Row in San Francisco. And if you missed any of today's show, you want to catch the podcast, search Covino and Rich where you get your podcast. And after the show, the best of goes up and you can watch what you hear. Covino and Rich FSR on YouTube. Join us now because people are talking smack. Join the fun.
All right. And, hey, our show sponsored by DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, the NBA. Right now, use promo code CRSHOW. Claim your special offerings at DraftKings. Again, that's promo code CRSHOW at DraftKings. The crown is yours.
And, again, happy to be here on day 3. We have some special guests. Stick around. We'll tell you all about it. But have you ever wiped with a piece of dry toilet paper and wondered,
these are for you, bro. Those are yours.
So much. Well, it's not. It gets better. Switch to life-changing, wet, extra-large, flushable dude wipes because wetter just cleans better.
Okay.
Available on Amazon and all major retailers nationwide. Dude wipes. Best clean, pants down. Let's go.
What's up, dude?
So, dude, you know this dude? Now, later on.
Yep.
Today, we have some special guests stopping by. We got Kyle Van Noy.
Nice.
Kyle Van Noyce of the Ravens and 2-time Super Bowl champion. Plus, word on the streets is next hour, Jaxson Dart stopping by.
Yeah.
But I'll believe it when I see it. And, again, it gets better and better every day, every week as the week goes on here in San Francisco. I'm hearing big things for Friday.
The week goes on. I'm excited,
right.
Man. That'll be a fun one. So Jaxson Dart, Kyle Van Noy, plus all your fun Covino and Rich antics live from San Francisco. And, it's interesting. I was thinking about this. The minute we go back to Los Angeles, we're not going to stick around for the game. My team's not in it. Your team's no one team is in it. So
we leave on Friday.
So we leave Friday night.
Having our own Super Bowl party.
Yeah, you know what? I've decided that unless my team's in it, I'm not going to try to go through the pulling favors and hey, you got any hookup or face value?
The rigmarole.
Yeah, there's a lot involved, Danny. Like when the 49ers have been in it,
you save those favors for something else.
Yeah, you save it for when your team's in it.
Right. Yeah, for something that you might need in the future. And by the way, we just got the point from Cam Newton.
Yo, what's up, Cam?
Can't miss that hat. See that hat
Sweet
from a mile away. Yeah.
So, there is a lot. Right. There's a lot that goes into trying to snag Super Bowl tickets, even for us. Right. So you save those favors. But I said, you know what? Let's have a Super Bowl party in my place.
Oh, and by the way, you might have a hookup, but it's not necessarily like a free hookup. So you're also spending a decent amount for, your team is not in it. So it makes sense that you're going back home.
Yeah. And I figure, you know what? Who better to watch a game with than you, Spot, Danny G.
Oh, yeah.
Some of the parents that I'm friends with through baseball and, some of my other buds, my softball pals. And the list adds up. And it seems like, snap your fingers, and all of a sudden I'm like, babe, I think we got like 30, 40 people coming over. Like, oh. And I said to Cove, 2 things. Number 1, how many TV setups do you need for a Super Bowl party? Because, Danny, I'm thinking about putting the projector up outside.
That's 1.
That's a nice touch.
The living room TV.
That's 2.
We have the garage where a lot of the kids hang out, and that's like a 65-inch TV in the garage. So is that 3, those 3 setups?
Yeah.
Not 5.
Not 6. And I was Sam. I'm hoping you can make it. I was Sam gave me the truth. He goes, depends on if I want to figure out how to get to and from your house because my neighbor's having a party and I could just stumble there.
Yeah, I mean, that's also a possibility. But right about now, you got to start making your plans.
Yeah.
Halfway through the week, either you got people coming over your place or you're going to someone else's.
Yeah.
And there's all sorts of rules. Like, if Rich is throwing the party, how much of the food does he cover? Is that automatic? Is it all of it? Should we bring stuff? Like, what are the rules?
I was telling him I host.
I got a question.
I host quite a bit, and I'm sure I'm not the only one. There's listeners that are like, yeah, I'm always the one that loves to have people over because it's when you're hosting. Yes, you got to clean. It's a pain in the ass. You got to set up, but there is something nice about having it at your place. I got little kids, so it makes it easier.
Yeah,
but
you don't have to leave.
But
we get to track dirt into your house.
But you got to clean and. You usually pick up the expense. And I'm not complaining. I'm just explaining.
Sounds like you're about
every time we have people over my house, it is hundreds of dollars of, let me order Italian food. Let me order a taco platter. Let me order this. So when you're having a Super Bowl party, is it tacky to tell people like, yo, everyone bring a dip or bring a something?
No, everybody should do that on their own anyway.
Yeah, for real.
Okay.
Like,
You don't
everybody
show up
have
to somebody's
no,
get together
a
empty-handed.
specialty or something, right? Like I made bacon wrapped dates. I mean, whatever your specialty is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
why
for
not?
real.
Everyone feel free to bring some cookies, some dip. My teenage daughter is going to like one of her first, like, my friends are having a Super Bowl party.
I remember those teenage years. Yeah.
And even she's like, Dad, where can I go to buy some cheese sticks to bring some cheese sticks to the party?
Yeah.
And, you never show up empty handed, like Danny G said. I mean, your company is appreciated, but if you could help out and bring something, maybe it's a bag of carrots, maybe it's a bag of ice. I think that helps. Maybe some Tostitos. But I think that what always happens is the person showing up will hit up the host and ask, hey, do you need anything? And it's the host that always says, no, we're good.
Not because you don't want to say, like,
But if you need something, I think you should also say, yeah, now that you mention it.
on the rare occasion, I will be like, yo, Danny, you know what? In fact, can you grab a bag of ice at the gas station or something on your way over? But I feel like this is a lesson to be learned before we get into Kyle Van Noy and Jaxson Dart and guests and other fun conversations today. I do want to make it clear. There's a lesson here. When you're having a party, everyone will ask you, hey, what could I bring? Stop asking the host what to bring. And honestly, just bring something that you think people will enjoy, because the host feels like some pressure. They don't want to feel like an ass, like, well, you know what, I could use you to make a dip or something. Just take it upon yourself to bring a big bag of chips or dip, or I don't know, just something.
And there is a side
Wine, cookies, I don't know.
Last night we had a company party, company get together, and man, there was something in the air. People were in rare form last night, really celebrating Super Bowl week.
I'm genuinely convinced everyone
as Fox Sports Radio should.
Fox Sports Radio threw it down last night.
Yeah,
I'm convinced that last night everyone in that room either had one too many glasses of red wine, people were buzzing on something else, or we all just had like food meat sweats because we went to Fogo de Chao, which is the all-you-can-eat meat place.
I think it was a food high. Yeah,
something was going on last night.
Something happened because it got strange, but fun. What a great time we had yesterday. But my point is, like, I was talking to so many people, like Kelvin Washington from The Odd Couple, Weiss and Mike, who runs this place.
Who?
And the whole time I'm like, yeah, because I can't hear a damn thing going on. So that's something that I wonder about.
Yeah, they were playing the music.
Yeah, at
really
the restaurant
loud.
yesterday, the music was kind of in the way of the conversation. How are you going to balance that out at your Super Bowl party? What are the rules there?
That's another question.
Like,
do you have
just the sound of the game, or do you have some music in the background? For the Super Bowl, it might be the sounds of the game.
I think Super Bowl is sounds of the game.
Yeah.
And I'm a big music fan. So.
When you're at the Super Bowl, I think part of the Super Bowl is the commercials, the halftime, the national anthem. All these things are such a big part of it that you need to have full volume of the game, surround sound. Now, Danny, one last question about this, because
I got one more question for you.
Because these are all things we all think about. If you do have people over, and you're going to either go to someone's house or someone's going to come to your house, that's a fact. Not many people sit by themselves like a loser and watch the Super Bowl. Sorry if you are, and I didn't mean to call you loser. Sorry about that. But if you are watching the game at someone's house or your house, do you expect not a lot of chit chat for the people like sort of up close? Like, there are people that want to hear the gameplay. Should you designate, like, if you really want to hone in, watch on the back porch, because
conversations to the back and the viewership up at the front 2 rows for sure.
Because there are going to be people that we're trying to watch Bad Bunny at halftime, or you're trying to watch the national anthem, and there will be people that are like up.
That's kind of aggravating, yeah.
Or commercial, the first commercial, because the first commercial, after that first commercial break, you're always like, ooh, who paid the most money for this spot? And, someone's wife's going to be like, and then we went to the...
And how do you handle it, too, if someone wants to watch Kid Rock headlining the Turning Point USA Super Bowl halftime?
Is there an alternate room, do I say?
Yeah,
for those that want Kid Rock, go to the garage?
Yeah, what do you do in that situation to keep it a fair and open party? There might be someone there that wants to hear some Divorced Dad Rock. Someone there might want to hear some Kid Rock. But he is performing. I don't even know how to access that. But
to be honest,
and I'm a Kid Rock fan, just for the record.
I don't hate or love Kid Rock's music. I do think that I don't think you need to make that available.
You're not a bull god?
I don't think you need to be like, hey guys, and for the alternate halftime show. No, I think Bad Bunny.
But you will have to deal with people talking over it, and that is aggravating. So start making your plans. Start reaching out to people. Make sure all your little boxes are lined up, and You got all your money in. Make sure you got your chips and dips. And our last rule, we always say this: not just the wives, but people take a lot of pride in bringing their little specialty, like we mentioned earlier,
Yeah.
as they should. Remember to give them all a try, even if they're terrible, because you don't want any wifey or anybody going home feeling bad that no one ate their dip. So, yes, spread the love, ration it out a little
Great
bit.
point.
Because when you can see a deflated looking person there, and they're just sad that someone else's cookies went, but theirs didn't.
You see your buddy all sad.
Right.
Like, yeah, why you're sad?
Yeah.
No one tried my wife's dip, and now
Yeah,
she's all
yeah.
sad about it.
So, keep that in mind. You got to spread the love and the compliments, even if it's terrible. Like Cindy, the meatloaf, fantastic. Really? No, but I just want you to feel good about it.
I was Sam. I know you may come, you may not. We don't know. What anything we're missing? I was Sam, because you are always a fun addition to a football party.
No, like last time it was for the that unfortunate Niners lost to the Seahawks in the was it the divisional round?
It was, yeah.
But I was proud to have brought you a little wine, some cheese, some prosciutto, little crisps, like a little grab bag.
Sam.
You're very nice to host a lot.
Iowa Sam knows the rules, and much like etiquette in so many things in life, you'd be amazed at how many people don't know. Danny G always bringing chips or like a 6-pack or something. That's
Danny G brought some nice cookies.
Some cookies. Yeah, like
it's a lame move or a boss move, because I usually bring like the leftover seltzers I have in my fridge that I don't want. No, that I don't want. Like, so Rich always gets the grapefruit flavor.
Like, wow, thanks, Covino, for bringing and it's a random number. It's not like a 6-pack or 12-pack. It's like Covino brought 9 grapefruit seltzers
in a garbage bag.
in a Ralph's bag.
I think that's a really great move. Yeah, I mean, but don't show up empty-handed.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Can you bring a bottle of wine to someone's house if you have no clue if it's stale or not? Like, you know how you have bottles of wine in your house? You're like, I don't know where or when I got this.
Stale wine at your house?
Well, you haven't gotten bottles of wine over the years, and it's just sort of sitting somewhere, and you're like, this may be the worst.
You got to bring something. Yeah. So anyway, start making plans. Start thinking about it. Have the volume just right. But actually, as a music fan, I think the Super Bowl is that exception where the audio of the game is really what the background should be at the party. And yeah, that's it. Those are some of the rules we're living by.
All right, let's say what's up to John in Indy. What's going on, buddy? Covino Rich.
Hey, guys, first-time caller. I got a hosting hack. If you guys want some good food, Texas Roadhouse, their family meal deals, you get like barbecue chicken, steak tips, and then you get all the bread, the butter, the salad, sauces and sides, and then they're like $30, $40 per platter.
Yeah, those
Get out of
package
Kind of
deals.
insane.
Yeah, no,
I think that's the best move. To get someone that caters, bring some food, bring something like that. It takes a lot of pressure off you, Rich, and your wife to make a lot of that stuff.
No doubt.
Like I said, my daughter asked me, Dad, where do I get these cheese sticks? I'm like, I don't know. Go to the local Italian restaurant.
Yeah.
Go to the Maria's and get some takeout, and we'll bring it. No problem. Not a big deal. So come prepared. And is it tacky to ask people to bring stuff? Absolutely not. I think you do that. It's the least people could do.
All right. Well, here's what we're gonna do. Kyle Van Noy is on the way. So Spot, you're making me mixed signals. Third base coach, indicator or not? We breaking now or yes? Okay. All right.
Yeah, Kyle Van Noy.
He doesn't realize it. Third base coach. You got to do the arm first.
I thought the nose was the indicator. Outside linebacker, Ravens, 2-time Super Bowl champion with the Patriots, 4-time Pro Bowler. I heard Dan Patrick, by the way, this morning talking about one of his friends, one of his relatives. Like, I don't get it. So they play football and they ball?
Pro Bowl.
Yeah. A lot of people think that.
Kyle Van Noy joins us next.
Right.
Covino Rich, Fox Sports Radio.
Ready to tackle your financial goals with Webull? You don't have to sit on the sidelines. Whether you're a rookie or a pro, Webull puts you in the game with tools that help make you make the moves you want.
Yeah.
Trade stocks, options, and EFTs, or play the long game with cash management and retirement accounts, all on one platform.
Yeah, and honestly, not a great week in the market. So let's be honest. Now might be a time to put in a little. That's up to you, though. Webull's app pairs advanced analytics, real-time data, so you could read the defense, adjust your strategy, stay in control. And now meet Vega. They got a personal AI market assistant. You can ask questions or say things like, analyze my watch list, or what's the outlook on this stock, and it'll tell you. Pretty cool tactic, pretty cool tool they got there. Fundamentals that turn complex signals into plain English. And if you want a wider view of the field, use Portfolio X-Ray to spot trends, manage risk, and optimize performance of your portfolio.
His mic's off. His mic's off.
There we go.
Yep.
Stop hunting your financial future. Join Webull's community to discuss markets, trending topics, and ideas with fellow investors. Download the Webull app today on mobile or desktop, WEBULL, or visit Webull.com.
The coaching carousel continues. From what we're reading, the Cleveland Browns, which we all agreed was one of the positions that doesn't feel that appealing. Like, going to Cleveland, no offense, Cleveland, that itself is like, all right, I'm going to Cleveland.
Fun times in Cleveland again.
Cleveland!
There's jingles on YouTube that we've been singing for 20 years that just paint the most terrible picture of Cleveland.
And I'm sure it's a lovely city.
I mean, we've had fun times out there.
Let me read this message that we saw on social media. Danny G hit us up with this one. Cleveland, which, again, and you're not even sure what you're doing at quarterback. You're not sure if Shador's the guy. You still have Deshaun Watson technically on the roster. You don't know what's next for Cleveland. There's so much uncertainty. It's like you have Myles Garrett and the rest is like, what now? And
they're facing lots of criticism.
And a decent defense. The Browns, get this, are facing criticism for their unusual head coaching hiring process. Candidates are being asked to take personality tests, write essays, and complete homework assignments, something no other team requires per NFL's Tom Pelissero. Pelissero notes this may be why top candidates like Jesse Minter, Mike McDaniel, and others have pulled out of wanting to coach Cleveland because they're making this like a really assignment-driven, like do your homework thing. Now, I'm a big fan of going.
And there was an update, though, Rich. Yeah. Just a few hours ago, Jags OC Grant Udinsky withdrew from the process because it's such a pain in the ass and not appealing.
And the thing is, I get it. You want to go into, and I'm a big advocate of going into a meeting or a presentation or anything prepared. Know where they went to college, know if they're married, know what their sports alliance is. I feel like these things help you along in personal and social and work settings.
Do they have kids? Yeah, anything to cheese up and schmooze about.
Yeah, but I mean, like, the Browns making an unappealing job even that much more of a pain in the ass is so Cleveland Browns to me. So we had our video producer, Spot, go into AI. Though we are robot-free at iHeart. Isn't that the slogan? What is
guaranteed human.
Guaranteed. We are guaranteed humans, everybody.
ChatGPT is a very good tool.
I'm a human being. But our video guy, Spot, put into AI an essay if he were to apply for the Cleveland Browns job, and it's amazing what comes up.
I think I may get the job.
Spot, can you read a paragraph?
You're the only guy applying.
If everyone's backing out, let me tell you.
Spot, apply with this essay. Can you read everyone a quick
let's
paragraph?
See, ready? Okay, Here's what I got. The Cleveland Browns are a franchise defined by resilience, loyalty, and unfinished business.
Ooh.
Few teams in professional sports carry a fan base as passionate or as patient.
That's true.
And that reality demands leadership that understands pressure, accountability, and culture as much as play calling. I believe I am the right coach for the Cleveland Browns because I bring clarity, credibility, and a people-first approach to an organization ready to turn belief into sustained success.
Wow, Spot, I think you got the job.
I could go on. It's incredible.
Give me one more line.
Let me just give you my summation.
So what I'm saying is coaching candidates, just throw it into AI and send it off.
The Browns are not searching for a miracle. They are searching for leadership that aligns talent, culture, and accountability. I, Spot, am prepared to lead that alignment. With the right structure, belief, and commitment, the Cleveland Browns can move from promise to permanence, and I am ready to coach that transformation. Me, Spot. That's some good alliteration in there. Thank you.
And I say this respectfully, okay? But when you're dating like a pretty average person and they have all these like unrealistic demands, it's like, you're really not that awesome to be barking all these orders.
Oh, you ever see like a fat girl on TikTok talking about what she demands out of a man? It's like he needs to make 6 figures. He needs to do this. He needs to have this big package in his pants.
That's how this feels. Yeah, it's like, come on, Cleveland.
The Cleveland
just
Browns,
be happy you're getting some qualified people.
No, the Cleveland Browns
Stop making it so difficult.
Yo, Covino, high five, bro. Cleveland Browns are the fat chick that's like, I need a guy that makes 6 figures, has a big package, and he's 6 feet tall.
With analogies like that, you may need my essay, Rich.
Now, some people, right, and some organizations have to take what they can get and just do their best. They're making it way too difficult, and they're going to lose out on a lot of quality people as a result. I mean, and if you don't believe us, just listen to the update. So many people are backing out because of these demands.
Can't say fat girls anymore? Is that what you're getting at?
No comment.
No comment. Okay.
I'm not tying myself to that.
That was all Spot.
Rich Davis.
I was just reading a statement that Spot put into AI. Sorry.
Watch us dominate.
And listen to you guys every day.
That's kind of a big deal.
We are Fox Sports Radio. Good stuff.
And that's it.
The most fearless voice in sports is on FS1. The one and only Colin Cowherd is bold, unique, and outspoken. Wow. You can see him on The Herd, weekdays at noon Eastern on FS1 in the Fox Sports app.
And we're back.
Doing the Humpty Dance. My name is Steven, pronounced with an even. That's Rich Davis. He likes his oatmeal lumpy.
And we got a guest, dude. Let's introduce him with no further hesitation. Kyle Van Noy. What's up, man?
Kyle Van Noy.
Well,
Well, you know what?
There we go.
Well, you figured that out.
That was my bad. Rookie mistake.
No, it's not on you. It's
You
not
guys
on
had
you.
a hell of an intro, too.
Oh, we were just getting it started. 2-time Super Bowl champion, 4-time Pro Bowler, author of One More Shot, his YouTube show, the Van Noy Foundation.
Let's
Kyle
go.
Van
Let's
Noy.
go.
I'll tell you what, he gave you a hell of an intro.
Yeah.
And I love when you came up here, you're like, you guys are bringing the energy like me. And
Yes.
I love that because people bring different energies, man.
I know.
When you're in a locker room with, 52 other dudes, are there different vibes everywhere?
Yes. The big uglies, the O-line, they stick together. They got a whole weird vibe.
Yeah.
Don't want to interrupt that conversation. The linebackers are usually beefing at each other, like linebackers do. The receivers, they're doing their nails in the corner. I'm just kidding. A whole
And they're
bunch of
always
different-
talking smack, too. Yeah.
But I will say the Ravens vibe is different than anywhere, and I believe it starts with the quarterback position, Lamar. Lamar's the coolest. He's the coolest of the coolest. And to have a dude that is cool with everybody, he knows, Tom did a good job. He just knows everybody from the practice squad guys' names to the stars, and is able to hang out with everybody, and I respect that.
I got to ask this then. You've played with the best, and you've been in those locker rooms with the best. What's the biggest difference between like a Tom Brady locker room and the one you're in now?
With
Lamar Jackson?
Tom Brady's, you knew every time you stepped in going to work that it was 100% business.
Yeah.
And, you fell in line with that, and I respect that. Now, I'm not saying it's not business when you step into Lamar Jackson's world, because it definitely does, but he's similar ages. We can joke about some things. I'm able to say he's getting older now, getting close to 30, and point the finger, while Tom, it was just different. That was big bro. Let
So it's
big bro
a little more loose for you from this perspective.
Say that one.
A little more loose for you nowadays.
Yes. Very much more loose.
Nice.
And I think it starts with, just guys having the ultimate respect for me, which is awesome. But then I got to do a good job, and I want to be in their world as far as like, what are y'all talking about? Keep me up with the lingo, so I'm not, telling dad jokes all the time,
What I do, speaking of dad jokes, what I do love about following Kyle Van Noy, you live in the dad life, You're a husband.
Yep.
You're an NFL star. So you're balancing all this. I will say, I could tell your personality just based on a video I saw of your wife where you were pranking her and you called her your current wife.
Oh, yeah.
you like clowning on each other like that. That's a sign that you guys have a good relationship.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, we, with a good relationship, it obviously starts with communication. I feel like me and her being able to communicate and being together all these years helps out amazing. I mean, she's the glue to everything. She's been able to, continue to be the MVP off the field to help me be the MVP on the field.
Every good man needs a better woman behind them. Listen,
100%.
Lions, Patriots, Dolphins, Patriots again, Chargers.
That's a lot.
Ravens.
It kind of sucks that you just did that because it's like, damn, that's a lot of teams. I shouldn't have been on that many teams.
Damn, do you own properties in all these places, or are you like in and out? Like, are you a guy that's like now you're renting to some guy in like Miami or something?
That's a really good question. So Marissa, being the MVP off the field, she would flip homes where we lived. So she did a really good job. We actually just offed all our properties, but we made money because of her talents and her skills. Her mom and sister own interior design business. So she flips homes. She does all of it. I'm out of that. She's like big boss telling the GCs what to do. It's impressive. I
That's
just
really
sit back
cool.
like,
I
don't mess up.
Yeah.
How do you keep your stuff nice and neat with kids? I got 2 little kids, and everything's just like
What ages?
5 and 8.
Oh, you're in it.
Like any idea of getting any light furniture, jelly stains and Cheeto hands. Like, do you remember those days?
I'm in those days.
You go through couches.
I'm 6 and 4.
Yeah.
I'm right there.
So we're there.
First it was just avoiding not to get poop on your hands changing the diaper. Now we're moving. Let's eat our food. Okay, we got to pay attention. Okay, now it's homework. Doing the getting the math down, getting the language down, all that stuff.
Well, I got a question for Kyle.
Note to self: don't shake Kyle Van Noy's hand on the way out.
I'm thinking, Kyle, when you and your wife are at the school, right? Do you hear and notice when people are like, "Oh, there he is, Kyle Van Noy"? Do you notice the parents pointing you out or no?
See, I try to just stay back and let my son shine and have wifey handle all that. Anywhere I go, if it's for someone else, like I just try to be respectful and be in the moment. So I actually had a great experience. It's funny you bring that up. I just had a great experience going to teacher night. And it was awesome to hear the, things that a teacher would say about my son and my daughter. Like it was
makes
amazing.
You proud, right?
It was I was like,
but it's hard for you to blend in, dude. You're a big guy. Like people know and they see.
See, I don't know. I just try. I still feel like I'm just one of the guys. So I just walk in through the front like everybody else and leave through the front.
Are you gonna be coach dad in a couple years or what?
That's a good question. I think so. Yeah, there's a lot of bad coaching out there. So yeah.
Imagine like another little regular weenie dad trying to like combat Kyle. Like I don't know about this.
To your point.
Yeah.
I do have my son in flag football, and these dads
blowing up
so crazy. I'm like, bro, they're 5 years old and they're trying to beat me. Like it's not even about us. It's the 5-year-olds trying to play. Exactly. Like,
they are.
Relax.
They're trying to beat you.
Yeah, don't beat me.
They want to go to work Monday and be like, guess who?
Yep, exactly.
Kyle Van Noy, Baltimore Ravens with COVINO and Rich. Recently on McAfee, you went viral. You were saying that referees should be required to do press conferences, especially after controversial calls.
Yeah.
I just want to know, more on that, on why you think they should own up to accountability.
You like that take?
I did, yeah.
Did?
I think everyone does. Yeah.
Here's the thing: accountability, right, would definitely change things. But I'm thinking, like, will they ever get a fair shake? Though I feel like they'd get attacked in that moment every time.
Okay, that's fair. Don't players get attacked and coaches get attacked?
Yeah.
And so you're able to go up there and have media training and can give it. But if you really want fans to respect what you do, I think you have to go up there and articulate it to a fan's perspective. For example, this example I gave earlier on that was you talk about the Broncos game with the interception not being a pick, whatever. During the moment, if you look at it fast time, it was an interception. And if you look at it slow time, you could have an argument that, the offense guy had it. If you could have a ref go up there and articulate from my point of view in a bang situation when you're trying to make a call, I am seeing X, Y, and Z like the rules suggest an X, Y, and Z. then you're going to be like, as a fan, you're going to be like, I respect that.
Well, dude,
you
it's,
have
it's,
to,
it's
whether
getting
you
out
like
there.
it or not. But you would think, it would create controversy, which the NFL likes. I mean, it already likes the controversy you talking about refs, but can you imagine a press conference not going great
Oh
up
my
there?
God.
Oh, it would be
And
so good.
not only controversy, storylines, and you have a new coach. So I got to ask you about this. When you
Yeah.
got a new coach, even though you're a veteran, do you feel the need to almost like still impress the new coach?
Well, it's good you say this because I'm actually a free agent. So the new coach of the Ravens, I don't necessarily have to impress him yet unless they give me a contract. But for the Ravens fans and organization, I think it was a great hire. I think he's an X's and O's guys. That defense the last 2 years has been really, really good for the Chargers. I would be honored and I would love to be in that building with a coach like that. I think they're going to be very good this year.
Awesome.
I'm intrigued. Kyle Van Noy hanging with COVINO Rich. When you've been on teams, you've won Super Bowls, you're a veteran, a name that everyone knows around the league. When you do enter a new locker room, is there a sense of like, all right, I should be the guy going up to everyone, hey, Kyle, nice to meet you? Or do you wait for people to approach you?
That's a really good question. It's always you read the room, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have to read how people, if they're a little shy or not. As I've gotten older, I would say I'm the one to initiate, like, hey, my name's Kyle Van Noy, nice to meet you. And then as time goes on, like I had some players with the Ravens that one of them I'd known for 2 years, but never had the balls to say it to me. And a new player that I introduced myself with was at practice, and he was like, bro, I played with you growing up on, EA Madden, da-da-da-da-da. And then the guy that I knew for 2 years was like, bro, I wanted to say that too the first time I met him. I was like, oh, you're fake for not doing that. But I would say me as I've gotten older go up, but you got to read the room.
Kyle, what if someone wants to do a jersey swap with you, but you don't respect them?
I don't do jersey swaps. I'm old school. I don't even talk to people after the game. I'll text you. I'll see you later.
Peace out.
They say you got to run.
Okay.
Let us know what you're doing so we could give you some plugs here. What are you?
Oh, I'm not promoting anything. I'm just going around, doing awesome hits. I got a book potentially coming out. The only thing I will shout out is the Van Noy Valor Foundation.
Okay.
Work with foster care kids. My wife, brother's adopted, dad adopted, I'm adopted. So we just try to give back. So if you want to go to vanoyvalor.org, that'd be great. You can check it out.
Thank you, man.
Kyle,
Yeah.
pleasure, man.
Awesome.
Honestly,
Thank
pleasure
you guys.
talking to you,
Awesome.
man.
Great
Appreciate
energy,
it.
right? Great energy. Let's go.
Always welcome by. Always
More
welcome
people,
by.
yeah. Athletes are getting more and more boring. So we gotta come on.
Call anyone out in particular, but
No, point them out.
No,
Say names.
no,
Come
I'm saying
on.
there's some like younger dudes in the league.
Yeah, they think they're cool.
No, but like you bring this energy.
Let's go.
That's the energy.
Yes, let's go.
When someone does it, I'm always like, do I drop to their?
No. Don't.
Oh, yeah,
Always stay at your level,
Yeah,
baby.
yeah,
They gotta go up.
Yep.
They gotta raise their floor, not you raising that ceiling down.
Thank you, man.
Awesome. Blessing, guys. Thank
the
you.
best.
Appreciate it.
Have a great rest of the week. Kyle Van Noy on the COVINO and Rich show. Again,
Good energy,
two-time
man.
Super Bowl champ, 4-time Pro Bowler, big boy with the Ravens, and maybe another team moving forward. Who knows?
Oh, a great veteran addition to any team, right?
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, very cool to have him on the show. And later today, Jaxson Dart's supposed to be stopping by as well. So that's the fun part of Super Bowl week. You never know who's going to stop by.
And
now, go ahead,
I was
buddy.
gonna say we have Super Bowl week, all this NFL stuff, and there's a lot of NBA moves going on. So let's go to our pal DB for an update. I want to feel if something happened in the NBA we may have missed. What's up, Dan Byer?
Guys, the Dallas Mavericks have traded Anthony Davis to the Washington Wizards. The big trade of the day, a day in advance of the NBA's trade deadline. Dallas getting a couple of first-round picks plus 3 second-round picks as part of the swap. Another big deal today is the Bulls are sending Kobe White, Mike Conley Jr. to Charlotte for Colin Sexton and 3 second-round picks. The Thunder acquired 76ers guard Jared McCain in exchange for a first-round pick and 3 second-rounders. The Clippers sent Chris Paul to the Raptors as part of a 3-team deal, but Paul is expected to be waived by Toronto. The Cavaliers are trading Lonzo Ball and 2 second-rounders to the Jazz. Utah is expected to waive Ball. Reigning MVP and Thunder guard Shai Gilgeous-Alexander won't return until after the All-Star break because of an ab strain. And the crazy story from the NBA today is that the league suspended Lakers center Jackson Hayes 1 game. Did you guys hear why?
No, I didn't. Actually.
Pushed the Wizards mascot during pregame introductions last Friday. As the mascot Gee Whiz, as it's affectionately known, was running around with a flag, Jaxson Hayes ended up kind of giving a bit of a shoulder, and now he's docked 1 game for that act. Talking about football, Robert Spillane, the Patriots linebacker, says he expects to start Super Bowl 60 despite re-aggravating an ankle injury in the AFC Championship game. Jets are hiring former Colts and Panthers head coach Frank Reich to be their offensive coordinator under Aaron Glenn. Back to you guys.
Hey, thank you, Dan.
DB, is there a sense that unless they make some more moves, is Washington, they're 13-36. I looked it up. Is that basketball?
Well, they got no, but they got Trae Young.
Yeah, I mean, at least Trae Young is there.
They have him at least.
That'll be a nice tandem. But other than that, Rich,
is that
it's
for
a
this
very
year?
young team.
Can you make up 20 games?
No, it's for next season, not this season.
All right. Well, thank you, DB. Lots of moves
guys.
in the NBA. We're Covino and Rich live from the Super Bowl week in San Francisco, and our set here in San Francisco is the best set in the entire media center. Why? Because our set's decked with ViewSonic monitors. ViewSonic, trusted displays for work and learning, backed by nearly 4 decades of experience.
No doubt. And if you're facing a peak season, look for a new team member. Workforce Solutions from Express Employment Pros make hiring easy. Visit expresspros.com. Find an office near you, and Express can help you guys hire smarter and faster. So, hey, listen, just want to let you know, coming up, Jackson Dart, we're going to talk more about the NFL. Let's go, maybe we'll start investigating some of the bizarre prop bets that you can make this week in the NFL.
I say your bizarre behavior last night at the.
Let me tell you, I feel like last night, Danny G, every single person at our company awesome big dinner, I feel like everyone had a glass of wine, was eating or drinking something ahead of time, or had like
it was a food coma, like a food high also kicked in because it was at a Brazilian rodizio sort of place. They just kept feeding you slices of meat and meat and meat and meat. Fogo do chauepe. And they just kept feeding us. And I think, by the end of the night, we just hit this high and floated around.
Oh, my God.
And it got a little weird, especially with this guy.
Got a little weird. All right, so all that, a lot of fun. CNR on FSR. Now, got to ask, buddy boy, are you facing hiring headaches if you run a company? Well, staffing your business is complex. High turnovers, skill gaps, ever-changing regulations. They can slow growth and drain resources. That's why Express Employment Pros, our good pals, come in with decades of staffing expertise. Express connects you to a larger pool of qualified candidates, helping you reduce turnover and build the right-size workforce. Get started at expresspros.com.
Need to flex your staff for peak seasons or special projects? Express Employment Pros offers contract staffing so you can scale up or down with ease, preventing burnout and boosting productivity.
Worried about compliance? Express stays on top of ever-changing laws. Makes it easy for you guys. Express is recognized for excellence, earning clearly rated Best of Staffing Client and Talent Awards, plus the Diamond Award for Client Satisfaction.
Don't let hiring challenges hold your business back. Visit expresspros.com. Find your local office. Discover how Express Employment Pros can help you hire smarter and faster. And if hiring is taking you away from growing your business, get the support you need from Express.
Don't spend your time weeding through spam online. Hire faster with Express. Express Employment Professionals, building your workforce, supporting your success.
Covino and Rich with a guy that I don't think he even knows right now. I'm a Niners fan, so that's my
Yeah,
dude
Rich.
right there. Kendrick Bourne on the Covino and Rich show.
Bro.
What up,
What's
man?
What's
You
up? What's
got
up?
to be looking at the Super Bowl. Like, you can't be hoping Seattle does anything good, right? I mean,
It's actually hard. So I got some guys over there, Cooper Cup, who I'm connected to, man. His story's been freaking phenomenal. But definitely a rival. And definitely don't want him to do too good, but I want my guy Coop's story to kind of be fulfilled.
you know, that's something that we've learned over the years as we do interviews and meet players. You want to hate certain guys. They're on a team you don't like, but they're good dudes. Like Puka Nacua is a great dude, but I'm like, F the Rams, you know? Like,
Yeah.
That's how it is.
And I want to make this observation, too. First of all, thanks for your time, man.
course.
And congrats on everything.
Sir,
Entering
thank
his 10th season. You're getting up there, bro.
Man,
Getting
bro.
up, time's flying, right?
Getting real, man.
I want to make this point. Like, no matter how hard we try to look cool as hosts and just here at the convention center, you come in here looking like that, man. Those chains, the watch, like, that's a whole process, man. I love it.
Yeah,
Dude,
thank
you
man.
picked that out yourself, like all those chains, everything.
Exactly. Yeah, the whole fit. So, well, actually, the outfit come together, then the chains, different sets, you know. So I'm like, all right, what look better? So nothing crazy, just.
But do you ever have that doubt that every guy has of like, can I pull this off, or is it you just take that risk?
That's a great question. So some guys don't want to step into it, but I love it. You know what I'm saying? The limelight, I don't mind. Judgment, make people look at me, make people talk, interact. Like, that's what I love about it most. So it's never about wearing it to make somebody else feel down or humbling, but you know what I'm saying?
It's for you. You know what's
Exactly.
You know what's wild when you think about 53 dudes on a team. This is your look. And then, like, my dude Brock Purdy walks in like he's out of an LL Bean catalog.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many different styles within a locker room, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. It's like culture, different culture.
Yeah.
And then cultures interacting, cultures intersecting. You know what I'm saying? What can I learn from this culture? What can I learn from this culture? And trying to engage in all of them, you know what I'm saying? Knowing how to carry myself. Like, I'm not going to dress like this going into a business meeting. But I'm on Radio Row, so I'm like, hey, it's lit. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to promote myself how I feel. But if I'm going to sign my contract or come into the game, I might wear a suit. It just depends on how I'm feeling that day.
When you sign your contract, do they really give you that feather pen that I see on like Instagram, the 49ers like red feather pen?
I think they really are signing it. That is funny. That's dope though. You know what I'm saying? Just give it a little touch, but that's definitely what they're doing. But yeah, that's just the style, different cultures. You know what I'm saying? Like Brock doing the Dougie, stuff like that. Like he's intertwining with culture. It's dope. You know what I'm saying? Hip hop culture and swag. It's dope how it interacts, brings a team together.
Did that surprise you guys when he broke out the Dougie?
It actually wasn't surprising. He was saying it in practice, so he like, I'm probably gonna do it. I'm gonna see. And so when he cracked it, it was dope that he actually did it, you know, live, and it was powerful for the team.
And you got to watch the highlights later on, right? I mean, you guys always watching film. You watch the highlights and laugh about it?
Yes, it's funny. So, like, Kyle always be like, well, this is a little cringe every time you do it. But to us, it's like, it's dope. You know what I'm saying? It builds camaraderie and, like, all right, Brock's having fun. He balling, having fun, dancing. It just gives you that sense of energy. But, like, you know, coaches view it different. Like, well, you don't have that much rhythm compared to Kendrick Bourne doing the Dougie. But it's about the antics of it and how much fun it brings.
Let's talk about the camaraderie, Rich. You're always talking about
Well, because I see like guys like Christian McCaffrey and, you know, you guys talk about how this team's closer than any other team. That there really is a true camaraderie.
Covino and Rich, Jaxson Dart next hour, so stick around for that. And thanks again to Kyle Van Noy. All of our videos, all of our interviews, anything you may have missed on YouTube, Covino and Rich FSR. And we're streaming live as we speak, chatting it up live. The live chat is popping. Covino and Rich FSR. I'm Steve Covino. That is Rich Davis. And it's time for our Tire Rack play of the day.
Ooh.
Ever since their players only meeting, the Knicks have been on fire.
It worked.
Towns down the lane as you speak. His name Sarr gets dunked on and commits the foul. And for Karl Anthony Towns, who now has 10 points.
That, by the way, the Knicks beating the Wizards 132-101, courtesy of the Knicks Radio Network. That's our Tire Rack play of the day.
And for over 40 years, Tire Rack has been helping customers find the right tires for how, what, and where they drive. Shipped fast and free, backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be. Again, always a crazy week, Super Bowl week. Always the best time, always a fun time of running into colleagues and former colleagues and old faces and old faces and superstars. And we heard some big news for Friday. Big interviews tomorrow as well and later today, but
a really big one in about 10 minutes with one of the biggest stars in the NFL, right?
oh yeah, but also heard something cool about Friday. So definitely be tuning in and subscribing free. Covino and Rich FSR.
I had a thought for you guys as we look around here. Everyone's trying their best to look good, look presentable.
You got
it. Row. You want to break out like a new shirt. You want to break out a new hat. Whatever your style is.
Yeah.
Do you believe in sometimes changing the look to change your mojo? Because I don't know if you saw.
Is that what James Harden's doing?
Maybe. I was saying if he shaved the beard or trimmed it down. Did you see C.J. Stroud, who arguably had
changed his locks?
He had as bad of a playoff game as a young man could have, right? I feel bad for him and the Texans. He, all he had to do was not much, and that game would have been close. C.J. Stroud's like, all right, I need to change my luck a little bit. He shaves off the long hair. The dreads are gone.
He's got a fade. He's got a high and tight.
He's got a high and tight.
He's cut off one dread for each turnover.
Yeah. It looks clean, though. It looks crispy, and
he's bald now.
Good for him. But I do believe in shifting your energy and having that be sort of a reset of sorts. And I first heard of that during our very first interview. In fact, Rich and I, our first interview was with Lenny Kravitz. That's a true story. And it was Lenny freshly off the time when he just shaved his dreads.
Yeah.
And he had that shorter cut going on, and he said he did it just to shift the energy.
Well, let me ask you, can you think of athletes in our lifetime that have drastically changed their look? Like Jacob deGrom when he went from having the mop of a hair to, deGrom got a high and tight. And, probably if you looked at the stats, equally good before and after.
Johnny Damon had different looks.
Johnny Damon at one point looked like a werewolf.
Yeah.
And then he's clean
cut,
cut.
like the Geico caveman, remember?
So I wonder, have you thought of other athletes that, I'm going to change up the look a little bit?
I know a guy that got a tattoo on his face.
Now, face tattoo Tyson is certainly not as effective as young Mike Tyson, right?
Sometimes people don't even notice the face tattoo anymore. But I notice it. So Rich.
Well, hold on. I have a question. Danny,
I think it was like a conscious effort to represent a new start and a new energy. Like, let me just cut the hair and start all over.
New start, new energy. I think if you're a kid of the 80s and 90s like we are, there was the dye your hair Bob Barker, and then there was the white-haired Bob Barker.
Overnight, that sort of happened.
Danny,
yeah.
The late great Kobe. You see the murals.
There will be a point in my career, Rich, when I come in and I look like Phil Donahue. So
do you think that there was a Kobe you picture more with the hair or shaved head Kobe
or the goatee?
I still think of number 8 Kobe, the youngster.
Yeah. He had the goatee for a while, so he always had some different looks going on. That's part of it. Is the evolution of the player, man.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like Max Crosby. You see, when he came out of college, he looked, kind of clean cut.
Yeah.
And then as the years have progressed, he's gotten more and more tattoos and just has a completely different look now.
Still the biggest evolution is Tom Brady, just like physically, like his features.
Like not only his features, but have you ever seen
still the best.
Brady has a shaved head, then he had long hair.
Right.
But yeah, I think it was an interesting one. Not the hardest hitting story in the world, but when you see a headline, it's like C.J. Stroud with a major makeover. I had a click, Danny sends us the article as well, and there he is. C.J. Stroud with a high and tight.
Trying to erase, that last game and those memories that went along with it. And this is him now and moving forward. I think it's a good move sometimes.
His curse will not reverse until he comes onto the Covino and Rich Super Bowl stage. Because if you remember, he didn't want to come interview on the show. And then he went on a downfall.
He was the only guy that dissed Danny G. And since then, his stars have not aligned.
You try to cut your hair. That's not going to fix things till you come on the CNR show.
Yeah, maybe he needs to do that. All right, so we have some other things we have to get to next hour. Did you see NBC is sending Jack Collinsworth, Rodney Harrison, and Tony Dungy to a pregame show for Super Bowl at Alcatraz?
Have you been to Alcatraz?
I have.
It's sort of a fun experience.
So that got us thinking of strange places
that you've done shows
or have done other things, because when you do things like that, they're more memorable.
I remember when we worked at Sirius XM. We still both worked there, but when that was like where we did Covino and Rich.
Yeah.
There was another show. You may have heard of the guy, John Fugelsang.
He was like a TV host.
Like a TV host.
But he was on the radio.
He did a show, and who? I remember we were like, wait, what? He was doing a show live from a submarine, and Covino and I are like, we should do a show from a submarine. Well, in fact, let's do a show from outer space. There will be a show that does the first radio show.
If you're looking
from outer space,
a headline or a press release, or you're looking to make a good impression for Valentine's Day with your lady, if you choose something creative, a different place, if you will, it's more memorable. It really is. So we'll see what happens. I heard that David Mustaine of Megadeth, Rich, one of your favorites, Megadeth.
You know me, huge rock fan.
He recently said, "We want to play our last show in the moon, somewhere in space, just to be like a band that did their final show somewhere memorable." So if we have time, we'll elaborate more on that.
But if you have any thoughts on players that completely change their look, and it's almost like you could almost like say they're chapters of that guy.
Who had the most look changes?
Was there ever a Donnie baseball without a mustache?
Yeah, early on, like that famous Hitman poster.
Yeah,
he has no mustache on that. Yeah, so there was times, but for the most part, he was a mustached man. So changing the look to sort of change your luck. The times it worked, the times it didn't. Let us know at 877-99 on Fox.
I was Sam just texting me. Tell Covino Megadeth stinks.
They cover Metallica on the new album, To Ride the Lightning, but he has quoted that they want to perform in outer space before they retire. So, hey, if that were to happen, memorable.
Yeah.
Think about making love, because it is the month of love, right?
I mean, it is February, you know.
You know those crazy stories when you were out on the balcony or you were in the rain in the backyard by the patio.
Always leaves more of an impact. They're memorable.
That's the memorable stuff. So you got to make it memorable is my point. So the strangest places do make impact.
So we'll get to that a little more later, and all your feedback at COVINO Rich. And as we get ready for Jaxson Dart within 10 or 15 minutes, I will say there's a game to be played on Sunday, and I feel like I'm not saying no one's talking about the game. I just think there's so much, a lot of great guests, a lot of good vibe here in San Francisco. But is everyone just saying Seattle? Everyone I've heard says like, Seattle just outmatches them. I'm hearing very little analysis because I think a lot of people are just feeling, while they love the story of, Vrabel's a great coach. Drake May and his wife.
Darnold's story.
Yeah, incredible. But like Vrabel and, like I said, Drake May and his wife are adorable, but there is a sense.
Its turnaround is pretty amazing.
But don't you get the sense, though, that most people are like, the Seahawks will probably win?
Early on, our very own Colin Cowherd said he felt like it was a field goal game either way.
Yeah.
So there are some who think it's going to be closer than others.
30.
I hope it's a field goal game either way. Let's put it that way. That way we can have a good time watching. Like I said earlier, don't forget to bring something to your friend's party.
I'm bringing it. And
bring some snacks.
Try a little something from everybody. That was the rule.
All right. Well, hey, listen. No more delay. In about 10 minutes.
Jaxson Dart.
Jaxson Dart. You can ask him about Scatterbo. I want to talk about him and his super hot girlfriend.
Are you gonna butt heads with him?
5. Take it.
And I think I will. We'll do that all next with Jaxson Dart right here. CNR.
It's Covino and Rich on Fox Sports Radio. Are you ready?
Yes! We talk about pop culture, we talk about sports, we talk about life.
It's a friendship on the radio. When you talk about the best athlete in the world, you're probably thinking Jim Thorpe, right?
I'm thinking Bo Jackson.
I'd have to throw myself at the age of 12 into the conversation.
You are the home run champion. When you find the commonality between sports and life, those analogies and conversations are the best. You were dating some girl, and you were like, hey, babe, let's watch The Sixth Sense. Her mom walked in. Can you believe he was dead the whole time?
I wanted to get up.
Well, slow down, Dana White.
I don't want to say It's never boring.
If the Chiefs win.
Sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
Our friendship is real. It's authentic. You can't fake the fun.
We're the type of guys you'd want to hang out with at a sports bar. Best way to pick someone up at a bar?
Yeah.
Go up to a cute girl and say, oh, look at that bozo over there. And I'll point to you. We could make fun of each other, poke each other a little bit.
I call him Blubber Lips, Rich Davis, because he never stops talking.
He thinks he's the Mexican Fonz.
Yeah.
At any point, he's wearing a chain. You have a chain on?
Always.
Of course he has a chain on.
That's like asking me if I'm wearing cologne right now. Of course I am. We take a lot of pride in being inclusive and interactive on our show. Just the more the merrier.
Josh, Covino thinks that every man should own a leather jacket.
I only wear vegan leather.
Can you believe this guy?
I can't believe this guy. We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate y'all show. I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
Mike Tyson, Covino, loves to just challenge us with random Mike Tyson trivia.
Which accomplished celebrity purchased my sprawling Connecticut estate?
I'm going to go 50 Cent.
You are absolutely correct, 50 Cent. I love his song.
You can't schedule a big event during a big sports moment.
My family member scheduled their wedding the same night as a Julio Cesar Chavez fight. Everyone was glued to that fight instead of doing the electric slide.
This is weak.
Unbelievable. You're very tricky.
America, you got sports, you got fun, you got us.
Covino and Rich.
We're crushing it. Oh, yeah.
Bringing
it. Let's
back,
go.
Bringing it to the entire nation from San Francisco Radio Row. And the fun part about this is you never know who's going to stop by. And to our right, I see a superstar. Let's welcome New York Football Giants quarterback Jaxson Dart to the show.
I'm excited to be here. Appreciate you guys.
Bringing the end.
Good to see you, man. Good to see you.
Appreciate y'all.
Love the jacket. He's here with Pepsi Zero Sugar. He's got the jacket on, looking sexy, looking like the man.
You say he was sexy? The first compliment. Looking sexy, bro.
It's good though.
Yeah, right. I'm trying to get on his good side.
Yeah.
Thank you for your time, man. You're a hot guy to talk to right now. Everybody's surrounding you. Everyone has questions for you. How do you feel looking back on your first year, man? A lot of ups and downs, but now that it's over, how do you feel looking back about everything?
Yeah, first of all, just shout out to Pepsi Zero Sugar
for
the jacket. I had a bear walking around with me too, but
I saw that.
We had a little heat problem, so he's kind of had to take a little time out. No, but I think this year is it's kind of been a whirlwind. I feel like I've grown like 3 years into one. But there's been a lot of really great learning lessons for me. There's been a lot of successes and like I said earlier, things to learn from. But I'm excited with where we're at as a team. I'm excited to get the guys back rolling. Get the guys back healthy, and with Coach Harp's coming in, I'm excited for the future. So it's gonna be awesome.
Jaxson, there's teams that in an off season. We'll be honest, there's not much to look forward to next year. You guys are the opposite. There's so much possible excitement for your team with you, new coach. A lot of us. Scatterboo, Malik Neighbors, you guys got a squad. Tell us your first impression of Cam Scatterboo, because your relationship is amazing to me.
Yeah, no, Scat's my boy, man. We're actually just in Mexico, so he's getting back healthy, and I can't wait to have him back out there on the field. I think my first interaction with him in person would be one to remember. I remember we had just got done with a workout. We're locker mates, so we're right next to each other. But he was, putting on a new shirt before he put on the new shirt, though. And he's all right. So he had an itch on his chin. Yeah. Usually, with us or any normal person, you just itch your chin. He has this bone sticking out of his shoulder. It's the craziest thing. I don't know if you guys have seen it on Twitch streams or whatever, but that's how he itches. He'll just go like this.
Who is this guy?
It's wild. He's a savage, but I love him.
And your chemistry together, your friendship and relationship together was contagious. Had everybody buzzing. That had to feel cool, right? Because you knew people were talking about it and loving it.
Yeah, no doubt. I think the biggest thing is when you're competitors, and I think that one thing that we could just relate to off rip was just our mindset of going into each and every day, just attacking it, chasing wins, chasing success, and also being team players. And I think that that's one thing that people don't talk enough about him is he's a great teammate. He's someone who brings a ton of passion and energy and, makes all the guys around him better.
And speaking of teammates, I mean, you're Jaxson Dart, right? You're the new guy in the locker room. You're the leader. Is there a feeling of, I belong here, I'm supposed to be here, I'm Jaxson Dart, I'm the quarterback, I'm the man? Or is there still a surreal feeling when you're competing with Jameis Winston and Russell Wilson? Is that a weird feeling for you at first, and then it clicks?
I think it was a surreal feeling to kind of walk in that room initially. I mean, Russell's one of the first players that I ever had a jersey of. Watching
that's
him
what I'm
Seattle,
saying.
so it's crazy to kind of look back on that, and obviously seeing Jameis and all of his successes. And I think I said in an interview one time in my pre-draft process that if there was one player who I want to play with, and I said Jameis Winston. So it was kind of crazy to see everything kind of come to fruition, just being in the room with those guys. And I have so much respect and love for them and how much they poured into me and, how much wisdom they've shedded. So I got a lot of love from them.
Yeah, and all of you guys seem to have a great chemistry and get along really well. It was awesome to see, man.
Jameis' speeches? Unreal, huh?
The best. You should see. I mean, in the locker room, it's times 10. So he's an amazing teammate. He's an amazing, mentor, guy that I look up to. Not only on the football field, but just as a person, of how he approaches things, how he respects people, and how genuine he is. So I got a love for my boy J-Mo, man.
That's awesome.
Yo, Jaxson, how you feeling? How you vibing with the East Coast? Covino's a Jersey guy.
Yep.
I'm a New York. I'm a New York guy.
New York.
We live in Los Angeles now, but I lived in Hoboken.
You got to figure it out.
I had my fair share of Taylor ham. Have you loved the East Coast yet? Bagels, pizza, the whole deal. You adjusted to the area?
Yeah. I mean, when you go from Oxford, Mississippi, a small college town, to that New York, New Jersey area, it's complete polar opposites.
Yes.
From not even just a culture standpoint, but just the people.
And you realize people
they're edgy. Yeah. They got that chip on their shoulder. You're gonna know exactly how they stand, what they think about you.
Absolutely. Yeah, you're gonna get a lot of honesty.
No doubt.
You can't badmouth the pizza. These are things you have to promote. Taylor ham. You have to enjoy a cup of
but it's
coffee.
amazing.
You have to pump your fist a little bit.
No doubt. But I've loved it so far. I mean, the people are great. as a competitor, you want to be under the brightest lights, under the biggest stages. So there's not a better place to be.
That's awesome, man. How do you respond? You're a big dude, obviously, and you said it. I heard your response, like, "Hey, I've been doing this my whole life," but not everybody's talking about he takes too many hits. What's your response to that? That's just how you play?
Well, I think that there's, I think one thing that you have to acknowledge, like, all right, there's situations, okay, I need to be better in. There's a time and place for things. So, I could have taken that hit off of me in this situation. But at the same time, like, I kind of feel like this narrative's been a little wild. Like,
right.
I mean, I watch games all the time. I'm watching quarterbacks take hits, but not everybody's talking about it.
No, it seemed like everybody jumped on it.
Yeah, everybody kind of jumped on it. And, like, that's just kind of how things get run sometimes. And, at times I wish I was like, I maybe wish people would talk more about just like the play on the field instead of that's the only thing that's a topic.
Fair.
I think, one thing that people have to acknowledge, as well is I played, big time football for the last 4 or 5 years, and I've only missed 2 games. So when it comes to like who's going to be out there on the field, who can you count on, like I'm going to be out there for my guys. So I think just continuing to grow, mature, be smart in situations. But at the same time, if you're a competitor, you got to play the game that you've played your whole entire life.
Now, Jackson's got style, man. Your style is something that every week people are like, yo, look what he's wearing. You got the turtlenecks once in a while.
Yeah.
Now, 53 guys in the locker room. Is it
the chain?
Is it wild how different people are culture-wise and how like everyone dresses different? There's linemen that come in with like khakis on and like it's very different vibe for everyone.
Yeah, there is. But it's everybody's just like personality. I mean, I think it's just something that's really cool nowadays of us just as players being able to express, ourselves in the fashion industry, in the fashion world. And I know for me, it's been really cool to have like a situation where me and my mom can continue to grow our relationship and our bond. And, she loves fashion. She loves that side of things. So us being able to put pieces together and be creative, that's something that's really hits close to home for me. And I love this part of it.
I got to ask you, but let me talk about your parents for a second, because I got little kids and I coach them.
Yeah.
And like, I watch all these little kids and I'm like, so, you see some getting really good. When was the point where you're like, wow, I think I might have something here? Because, kids stand out and then go through peaks and valleys. When did you know I might have a chance to play in the NFL?
Geez, I think it's always just been like, it's been a dream of mine.
Yeah.
I mean, I have like a writing when I was like in 4th or 5th grade of a chalk on a whiteboard, and they're asking, what's your dream of what you want to be? And I said, a Super Bowl winning quarterback in the NFL.
Nice.
And I think just like a great thing that my parents did was they never ever made me sway another way. They gave me all the belief in the world that I could do it, that I could achieve whatever I wanted to. And I think that just an attest to them and what kind of people they are, what kind of parents they are to, give their kids, every opportunity they can have and really just instill that confidence that they can chase whatever dream that they have.
Random question. When you were building that dream, before you actually were getting there, what was the weakest job you had before you became a professional quarterback, man?
Weakest job?
Weakest job. Did you?
Bro, I never had a job.
That's awesome. It was football all the time.
All the time, man.
All the time. I love that. That's why you are where you are now, man.
Let me ask you, New York City, quarterback of the Giants, as Colin Cowherd would say, you have quarterback face.
You need that.
You need to be a handsome guy to be quarterback. Is there anyone from your past that you like, look at me now? Is there any girl from like high school that dumped you? Then you're like, look at me now. Any of those randoms? Anyone reach out to you like, hey, what's up?
Yeah, I think that you always have, people along the way who may say things or might come at you from a different way, behind your back. And I think it all, like, I mean, I know it goes for you guys too. Like we've all had those little moments where it creates a chip on your shoulder that, you want to show something that you can do. And I think that anytime you have a little extra motivation. So I think there's been a lot of people along the way, a few that, come to mind for me. So I don't need to really say names, but there's definitely been a few.
Anything that helps motivate's a good thing. And, speaking of people taking note of what he's doing, was it wild to you to see how much that picture of you and Scatterboo blew up when you guys were just posing there like this? Like that picture was everywhere.
Yeah, it was sick.
Do you check social media and see all of that, or is it best for you to ignore it?
I mean,
what's your approach with that?
Yeah, I mean, I try to stay off of social media as much as I can.
Yeah.
Just because there's like so much out there, man. Like, for me to just have a sharp mind, mental clarity, you got to stay away from that as much as you can. But at the same time,
you're aware of that picture.
I'm aware of it. Like you see it. I mean, I saw it on the New Heights podcast, like things like that. People talking about it. But I think that's just me and Scat, man. We're just having fun.
And I think that's so perfect for the Jersey fans, the New York, New Jersey fans, right? I feel like sometimes the quarterback has to match the vibe, and I feel like, they already love you, but I feel like you match that vibe, man. And I wish you all the best in the world with the Giants. Dude. We need that from you.
We were just saying that you guys as the young quarterbacks in the league, it's like we're saying goodbye to a lot of veterans now and a lot of young guys coming up. What are your thoughts on Mendoza and possibly the Giants and all? I'm sorry, the Raiders. Is that any advice you would have for him? Because I feel like he's in a similar position, like young, cool guy. He's about to do what you did last year.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing that I've learned through the whole process was just like patience. I think a lot of times, especially now in today's world, everything is like instant gratification and like, what can you do for me right now? And a lot of times, like there's learning curves. Like you're gonna have mountains, you're gonna have valleys. You got to be able to weather every storm that you go through. So I think just from like a patience standpoint, like continue to be process driven. Don't let anything like deter or interfere with like your vision of how you want to go about things, but just stay within the process. Keep the main thing the main thing.
Oh, quick question! I forgot. You were sidelined college football playoffs.
Yeah.
Did they lip read you correctly?
Oh, yeah, they got me.
Yeah.
They got me.
I was like, damn.
They got me. I'm just happy it worked out. I'm just happy it worked out the way that it did.
Did your stomach drop a little bit when you first heard it, or someone sent you the link? Like, oh no, what did I say?
Maybe initially, but I was like, you know what? Like, I'm putting it out there in the world. Like, the energy that I'm trying to give off right now, like, this is gonna happen.
Well, you know what? Hold on. Something we speculate on, right? We're fans. We're watching this. You're the starting quarterback. You're the future of the franchise. They run stuff like that by you just to see what your vibe is. They have to, no? I mean, this is who you're working closely with.
Stuff like that?
Yeah.
No.
Really?
No, I had no idea.
That's crazy to me.
I know. I think I just got to be mindful. Like, all right, maybe I need to, do like the coordinator, like,
right.
I'm talking
I have a question. When big news breaks, group chat blow up,
you're just surprised.
Or do you get a heads up ahead of time for big decisions?
No, I definitely had like a few people reach out to me, and I was like, shoot, like, I probably shouldn't have said that, but I was like, this is what I want to happen. So
yeah.
I got Coach Harv's now. We're ready to roll.
Oh, hey, dude, we'd love to have you on our show anytime, man. We do it out of Los Angeles, but we're from the East Coast. We wish you all the best, continued success, and wish you all the best next season, man.
Yeah, give us a scoop real quick what you do at Pepsi, because I know you got your sweet jacket. You're rocking the Pepsi Zero.
I'm a big fan of Pepsi Zero.
No doubt. Big shout out to Pepsi Zero Sugar. I mean, this jacket's sick. Like I said earlier, but the partnership just came naturally. And I think just as a kid, when you grow up seeing things on TV, and when you have an opportunity, and you're surrounded by great people, it just works great.
Awesome, you watching the game with? Do you watch with like friends and family at home, or you got a big thing going on?
No, I'll probably just keep it low key for sure, friends and family. And I think for me, like this whole playoff time, like it's been really hard for me to watch because you want to be the ones playing in it. So use that as motivation.
Nice.
Hey, listen, man, thank you for your time, brother.
Yeah,
thank you,
Jaxson
Make
Dart.
noise for Jaxson Dart.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah,
thank you, bro.
Thank you guys for taking the time.
Appreciate it,
man.
We got more Covino and Rich. We got more NFL, more NBA right here from Radio Row on Fox Sports Radio.
Now, the show is sponsored by DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL and NBA. Right now, use promo code CRSHOW. Claim your special offer at DraftKings. Again, that's promo code CRSHOW at DraftKings. The crown is yours.
And your next success can begin sooner than you think. Put your goals within reach at University of Maryland Global Campus, an accredited state university. Apply now and save with no application fee. Classes start February 11th. Learn more at umgc.edu.
All right. Covino and Rich, now we are going to talk more Super Bowl, obviously. Some NBA trades might be happening as we speak as well, because we got less than 24 hours with the trade deadline. So that's pretty insane. So that's all coming up. More Covino and Rich right here on Fox Sports Radio. And if you're ready to tackle your financial goals, Webull. You don't have to sit on the sidelines, whether you're a rookie or pro. Webull puts you in the game with tools that help you make the moves you want, trade stocks, options, EFTs, or play the long game with cash management and retirement accounts all on one platform.
His mic's off.
So you can read the defense, adjust your strategy, and stay in control. And now, meet Vega, your personal AI market assistant. Ask questions like, analyze my watch list, or what's the outlook for this stock? And get the real-time stock analysis, volatility insights, and fundamentals volatility insights and fundamentals that turn complex signals into plain English or something like that.
Plain English, is that what that was? Volatility.
Oh, you wait until the next time you stumble. I'm going to cry and kick you in the neck.
Let's say what's up to our friends at Webull. If you want a wider view of the field, use Portfolio X-Ray to spot trends, manage risks, and optimize performance of your portfolio. Stop punting your financial future. Join Webull's community to discuss markets, trending topics, and ideas.
with fellow investors.
Download the Webull app today on mobile or desktop, Webull, or visit Webull.com.
It's Covino and Rich on Fox Sports Radio. Are you ready?
Yes! We talk about pop culture, we talk about sports, we talk about life.
It's a friendship on the radio. When you talk about the best athlete in the world, you're probably thinking Jim Thorpe, right?
I'm thinking
joking.
Bo Jackson.
I'd have to throw myself at the age of 12 into the conversation.
You are the home run champion. When you find the commonality between sports and life, those analogies and conversations are the best. You were dating some girl, and you were like, hey, babe, let's watch The Sixth Sense. Her mom walked in. Can you believe he was dead the whole time?
I wanted to get up.
Well, slow down, Dana White.
I don't want to say It's never boring.
If the Chiefs win,
Sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
Our friendship is real. It's authentic. You can't fake the fun.
we're the type of guys you'd want to hang out with at a sports bar. Best way to pick someone up at a bar?
Yeah.
Go up to a cute girl and say, oh, look at that bozo over there. And I point to you. We could make fun of each other, poke each other a little bit.
I call him Blubber Lips, Rich Davis, because he never stops talking.
He thinks he's the Mexican Fonz.
Yeah.
At any point, he's wearing a chain. You have a chain on?
Always.
Of course he has a chain on.
That's like asking me if I'm wearing cologne right now. Of course I am. We take a lot of pride in being inclusive and interactive on our show. Just the more the merrier.
Josh, Covino thinks that every man should own a leather jacket.
I only wear vegan leather.
Can you believe this guy?
I can't believe this guy. We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate y'all so. I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
Mike Tyson, Covino, loves to just challenge us with random Mike Tyson trivia.
Which accomplished celebrity purchased my sprawling Connecticut estate?
I'm going to go 50 Cent.
You are absolutely correct. 50 Cent. I love his song.
You can't schedule a big event during a big sports moment.
My family member scheduled her wedding the same night as a Julio Cesar Chavez fight. Everyone was glued to that fight instead of doing the electric slide.
This is weak.
Unbelievable. You're very tricky.
America, you got sports, you got fun, you got us.
Covino and Rich.
We're crushing it.
continue to show us. This is Fox
Everybody in
Sports
the chat
Radio.
loved that interview.
Really?
To find out.
Stand by. Your mics are hot.
Oh, yeah.
Want to thank Jaxson Dart for stopping by. It was nice to talk to that young man, handsome young lad.
Listen, hot commodity, that guy. He's walking around this convention center. I was saying, let me paint the picture for you, my friend.
I wasn't scared to say it. Everybody's trying to get a little piece of Jaxson Dart for sure. You know?
He is the one that everyone's eyes are on. Yeah. Every year there's a couple hot athletes that everyone's like, we got to get this guy. And I think Jaxson Dart is today by far. Like, when we had him on the stage, it's like everyone starts to clamor over here.
I was trying to
have you call him sexy.
I did.
Yo, he called him sexy, and then he said, "You're the hot guy around here." I was like,
hot guy, meaning exactly what you just said. Everybody's trying to get a picture, trying to get the attention of Jaxson Dart. We had him here for a good 15, 20 minutes. If you missed it, Covino and Rich FSR on YouTube. Covino and Rich FSR on YouTube. We're live from the Fox Sports Radio stage at the Media Center in downtown San Francisco. And for over 40 years, Tire Rack has been helping customers find the right tires for how, what, and where they drive. Shipped fast and free, backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be. And Rich,
yes,
it's been
sir.
a crazy week. We ate a lot of meat yesterday, and you had the meat sweats. Have you ever wiped with a piece of dry toilet paper?
Is that where you're going?
And wondered, is this as good as it gets? Well, it's not. Switch to life-changing, wet, extra-large flushable Dude Wipes because wetter just cleans better. Available at Amazon and major retailers nationwide. Dude Wipes, best clean, pants down, and Rich can't go a day without his Dude Wipes. Oh, hey, ladies, what's up?
What's up?
Yeah.
Hold on, there we go.
All right. So, again, with Covino and Rich on Fox Sports Radio, Radio Row, the beauty is you have Kyle Van Noy, you have Jaxson Dart, and you never know. We had Frank Caliendo stop by yesterday. You never know who's going to stop by. So, today, to our left and right, we welcome from Splash Sports, Kelly Stewart and Ariel Epstein. Thank you guys for being here. Guys? We appreciate it.
How are you?
And you are here to speak Rich's language, by the way, because this guy... This guy loves to gamble.
I mean, who doesn't love a good wager? Now, let me ask you this: prop bets for the Super Bowl. Can we focus on?
I gotta talk to her.
Let's talk about the prop bets because I feel like people that don't even like to gamble are like, all right, well, it might be fun to gamble on the color of the Gatorade or the the length of the national anthem. What are the ones that you would focus on? Like, give us.
Wait, I'm gonna interject.
Yeah, please do.
You cannot legally bet those in the United States.
Gatorade,
really?
you can.
No.
Gatorade, you can.
Okay, fine, but those
Not
aren't real prop bets. We're talking real.
You're talking real prop bets, like over under on yards and of course, yeah.
So come on, we're not talking
about
coin flip here.
Okay, we're not talking coin flip. We're not talking that. Okay, what prop bet do you love?
Defensive tackle props.
You're talking like that type of prop.
That type of prop bet. See, you don't think you think the book doesn't know what's going to happen with Drake May and Sam Darnold? Of course they do. But then the defensive tackle market, nobody tackles that market. I absolutely love those for prime time.
No, I want to hear all about this because the reality is I am always one leg shy of hitting some cool prop parlay but that's everyone's story.
You probably put in JSN anytime touchdown.
Sorry, so we don't want to do that.
No, not for minus 110.
No, here's the problem, right? When you have implied probability, and I'm going to lose all of your audience.
No, I want to hear about the probabilities. Let's hear about it.
The bookmakers know when Joe 1, 2, 3, 4 all line up at the sportsbook or open that sportsbook app on Sunday morning to put in their Super Bowl propositions. They are all betting yes. There's a reason why you cannot bet no JSN touchdown. There is a reason why the no is unavailable. So I just want to warn everybody that yes, Ariel and I are going to give you obscure prop bets that are actually going to have a higher probability of winning. They're not going to be as fun though, of course.
Right.
You know what? I don't care about the fun. I want to make some money. Let's go. So, Gavin, give me a couple off the top of your head. What do you love?
Ariel just mentioned Drake May. I will say this. I can confirm that several sharp guys the opening night in Las Vegas went and bet Drake May over 6.5 rushing attempts.
Okay.
May over 6.5.
These are some of these, like, I love. You ever make a prop bet and you hit it in, like, the first quarter or second?
It's like longest reception props because longest reception props can hit on the first play of a game, and then you're done. Whereas I was mentioning this earlier, a few years ago when Patrick Mahomes went over his rushing yard prop in the Super Bowl and then took a few kneel downs and went under. You don't want to bet quarterbacks over their rushing yards, which is why rush attempts makes more sense because the kneel downs aren't going to hurt that if you go over. Kneel downs won't go over a longest rush prop for a quarterback. That's not going to hurt you. But you go over some of these props, something like a rushing attempt or a rushing yard prop, that's going to be a problem if there's kneel downs.
Okay.
Now,
what else?
You just joined us, picks experts Kelly Stewart, and you're also known as Kelly Vegas. Kelly Vegas
Kelly
on social media.
Kelly Vegas.
And Ariel Epstein, the prop queen, are here on behalf of Splash Sports, a peer-to-peer contest and social gaming platform.
All right, let's see. Give me one more. Give me one right now.
Byron Murphy over 3.5 total tackles. You're talking
See, these are the obscure. This is fun because it's obscure.
Seattle Seahawks plus 170 not to attempt a fourth down conversion.
Ooh, okay. Seattle,
One
not
of the
to
least aggressive head coaches in the league is McDonald.
So, no
He's
fourth.
going to rely on his defense. Why is he going to go for it on fourth down? His name is not Sean Payton.
That is. See, these are the ones that people overlook. People just, you're right. People will be like, Smith and Jigba touchdown, or you're right. Drake May over 220.
Thinks this is going to be a low-scoring game, so they're assuming field goals. But the Patriots have actually allowed the least field goal attempts per game to their opposition.
I was this close to betting over 3.5 field goals, and she told me that, and I was like, never mind. Because the reality is, Ariel does props all year long.
Okay.
This is her bread and butter, so she's already well into the mix. And there's me getting this phone book of a prop packet, going, all right, I'm ready to finally get into the prop market.
And also remember, like Kelly has all these sharps that she knows from her time in Vegas. So yes, they did bet a lot of this stuff last Monday. So you have to make sure that you're not getting the bad number because they've already changed the market to what her friends are betting in Vegas.
What's standing out to you, Rich, based on what they're saying here?
I love the no fourth down attempt.
Yeah.
Because you're right, because he's not an aggressive. He's not, Ooh, this is interesting.
It's a good one.
I'm wondering.
That was pretty good. I think it was like plus 150. You said
170, but it probably isn't anymore.
Throughout the season, what do you feel like? Because I had a buddy that used to bet puck lines in hockey. And I'm like, who's betting puck lines? And he'd be like, you don't get it. That's what I win on. The other stuff he's like,
but he doesn't get on. He missed the opening face-off days. Jonathan Toews, when I first got into hockey, won 74% of his opening face-offs in Chicago, and it was minus 110 on both sides for years. But for 3 years, that's what you want to be finding in value. You don't want to be betting stuff on the main page. Same thing with the Super Bowl prop package. You want to be on like page 17.
Okay. I like what you ladies are saying. So throughout the season, though, what is the one where everyone else is betting over 85 yards rushing or, two total touchdowns? What is the one where no one touches that this year was hot for you?
I love longest reception props, but not for like the number one receiver. I'd be finding longest reception props for players that hit certain trends. Like, for example, in this game, A.J. Barner, the tight end for the Seahawks, even though he's up against a team that's top 10 against tight ends, he's averaging like 45 receiving yards a game and 20 yards per longest reception. So I'd rather a longest reception prop because you're getting a defense that's been really good against the pass all year. So why not just pick someone who's going to have one really good catch? I like that market, and I love pass catching backs. So everyone's going to be betting on certain running backs to have a certain amount of rushing yards, but people don't always look at a receiving yard like a Henderson, right? He doesn't really, TreVeyon Henderson, catch many balls out of the backfield, and he hasn't much throughout the playoffs. That number was over a half a reception at minus 120 last Monday. It's now minus 185 because on the road in prime time, TreVeyon Henderson has caught at least one ball in all of those games this year.
You are so studied. This is this is unbelievable. By the way, do you love when like some dumb guy will underestimate your?
It's my favorite thing.
Your knowledge.
It's been a long time. I remember going to like a frat party in college, and I went to Kansas State, so I knew everything about K-State football as well as the other teams in the Big 12. And my date was like, ask her anything about K-State football, and I was just rattling, and all of them just standing there in awe. I've been in this industry for a long time, so I want to say that it hasn't happened.
You've outgrown guys doing it.
Right? It's gotten to the point where, okay, she knows what she's talking about, and if she doesn't know what she's talking about, she knows somebody else like Ariel, who's gonna back it up for her.
But that's why we always like to compliment each other because she's more sides, totals, like old school Vegas stuff, and then the new school of like props is where I've been owning it. So we just are a really good compliment of we could do everything combined. And if I don't know something, then I defer to her. And I think in the gambling space, what people don't do enough is realize, okay, you might not be great at everything, but it's good to have friends that are good at other things that you're not good at. This way, all year round, me and her, I don't do much college. So college basketball, when March Madness comes up, I'm like, Kel, what are we betting today? And then it's baseball season. She comes to a Yankees game with me, and she's like, what are we betting today? That's the fun part.
Man, I love this. Let me ask you one last thing. What is the limit on a parlay? Where do we go from? Oh, I got a chance versus like that's just stupid. You're gonna lose. My thought is 4 to 5 is possible. Once you go beyond 4 layers, 4 is even pushing.
We don't go past 3 usually.
We were thinking about your little brother and putting together, like for example, on Splash Sports, like a quick pick lineup with like 11 players. I think that's pretty absurd. I usually stick with 2, maybe 3.
Because people get selfish.
Well, here's the problem: is that you like all of these things. So I say either in, from a sportsbook perspective, round robin, 2 of them, maybe 3. I do a 3-team underdog moneyline parlay every single week. I want it to pay 100 to 1 every single week. It's not going to. So sometimes that 40 to 1 is going to cash. You get a little too greedy. You got to back it up. So you got to figure out. I highly
From a
recommend
props perspective, I would say 2 legs is what I love because you could bet a little bit more on it, and I think that your odds of hitting it are going to still be better. Once you start hitting 3, you're going to be so mad at yourself when you hit 2 of those 3 legs.
Always.
And I always have friends too that do these, and we've talked to a lot of professionals about it. The actual odds mathematically, when you start doing these 10-leg parlays, don't make sense.
You're not getting paid out your true odds. And so the bookmakers are actually at an even bigger advantage. Remember, you're already laying 11 to win 10 on just one bet.
Yeah.
Right? Now you're adding that parlay into the mix, and you're not even getting the true odds that you should be getting. So let's say that you do hit that 150 to 1. Well, guess what? You should have been paid 175 to 1.
I have a question
You're getting ripped off. That's basically what she's saying.
I have a question about teaser bets.
Ooh.
Because
those are fun.
I feel like I'm the only one that likes them. People say it's a sucker's bet.
This year.
Like
Teasers this year were
to me, when I see like a 4.5, I'm like, ooh, 10.5. Or when I see a team's favored by 7.5, I'm like, oh, favorite is now 1.5. Like I love a 2
She'll
teams.
tell you the rules.
So here, Stanford Wong is a mathematical genius, and he came up with, probably before I was born, or maybe shortly thereafter, the system of going through key numbers and how many numbers specifically in the NFL. The only thing that you can still tease is the NFL. You should not be teasing college football, college basketball, NBA, any of that stuff. But mathematically, we know that key numbers exist in the NFL. Now, since they moved the PAT back, we're seeing missed PATs. We're seeing more 2-point conversions. Other numbers are coming more into play. 4 is worth a little bit more. 6 is worth a little bit more. 8 is now coming into play, and so is 9. I always tell people you have to go through 3 and 7. 3 is by far still the most important number in the NFL. I think it's hitting just around like 6 or 7% of games ending in 3. I actually think this Super Bowl is going to end on 3, but that's another story for another day. It doesn't mean that the Patriots are teasable, right? Patriots sitting at 4.5, 5. Okay, great. You are getting them through 6. You're getting them through 7. You're getting them through 9. But when you're laying minus 130, you just killed any value you've got. You've got to shop around. You've got to try to find those teasers. People hate when I say this.
And we're 2-leg teaser people. We're not doing these 3-leg teasers that people do.
Also 2-leg teasers.
Yep, 2-leg teasers.
And you don't tease totals.
Unless it's 3 teams that are 10-point favorites, and
Nope.
and you're like, oh, they'll just all win.
I did a contest with this girl. We have done contests together, and she has all these rules.
I have a lot of
rules.
rules.
When we've done, we've done some like pick'ems, we've done some survivors, and she's like, we do not pick teams that are on the road in divisional
We do not
matchups.
pick road favorites. You do not get rich betting road favorites in the NFL. You do not get rich teasing road favorites in the NFL either.
Do you use ChatGPT ever for insight?
No.
Because so many people do for fantasy sports. I'm wondering how that changes what you guys do.
Is so outdated. I've done it in the NBA where I've said, hey, I just love to see what ChatGPT says. It thought Jimmy Butler was like
playing,
Well, that's the scary
Jimmy
part.
Butler's on the Heat. I'm like, no, he's not.
Well, I will say about that. Now, I will say, the other day, tennis went 3-0 on Gemini. So I think that there's ChatGPT, you got Grok, you got Gemini. I think you play around with it. Grok was a major fade during baseball season, Ariel. I remember
that.
Big money line favorites. It was like, bet the Yankees -$3, and then they would lose outright, and you could have got plus 275 on the other team they were playing. So
You just have to make sure they have
think that there is
updated info.
I do think there is a future there, though.
It's
I like where
crazy,
you're going.
but it's crazy how much stock people put into it when it comes to their personal life and everything else, asking questions. And you see it's not that accurate. So if there's money on the line, I wouldn't do it.
I would just make sure that it's up to date on the info you're asking it. And it doesn't mean it can't regulate itself, because you can train ChatGPT to regulate itself. The only thing I will use it for now is with props. I like to find my own numbers. So I like to take the average of, let's say, I call this the prop queen method. So I like to take, if you're facing a team that's a bottom 10 defense against wide receivers, I'm going to go and say, okay, JSN, how has he done against other defenses that are bottom 10 against wide receivers? I'm going to take the average of all of that for his receptions, his receiving yards, and his longest reception. Just to find those averages used to take me a lot of time because you're doing a lot of math. So I will throw that into ChatGPT and say, receptions, receiving yards, longest reception, type that all in, find me the average of all these categories. That's where it can still do it, because mathematically it is accurate.
Isn't it funny how some people actually put work into this and other people just
guess?
Just guess. They're like, yeah, I don't know. Bro, what do you think?
But
over
she's
under
right.
88 yards,
When you have access to that technology, you might as well use it if you can. So splashsports.com, tell us where people go and all that good stuff.
Splashsports.com. Kelly in Vegas is my homepage. I'm going to plug myself. I do a lot of stuff with Ariel over there. For the big game, we are doing a tiers contest. So I'll let Ariel get into it because she is the prop queen. $25, $25,000 guaranteed. So even if the contest doesn't fill, it's going to fill. Splash is so generously going to let us win $25,000. I got 4 entries myself, so.
Nice.
Yeah, I've got a bunch of entries in too, and it's like she said at /Kelly in Vegas over at Splash Sports. You pick 4 players, and it's all based on fantasy numbers. So you pick 4 players that you feel the culmination of that will add up to the highest fantasy number. It makes it easy for people to understand, because it's not a betting thing, it's a fantasy thing, which most people know. And the fun part about it is that the top 100 get paid out. So you just have to place in the top 100 of the 4 best fantasy numbers out of the big game.
Ladies, thank you so much. I always have one last question. I always have one last question. We're big baseball fans.
Oh, it's my favorite.
The Mets. That direction. The Mets over 90 wins. I read 89 wins.
89.
They finally got a pitcher.
I know.
I could back them.
I'm a big Mets fan. I'm not asking that. What is the best, if you are just trying to have some fun, little action here and there? What is it?
Strikeout props.
Strikeout props, like over under 5.5 or what? Yeah.
Strikeout props is the absolute best market in baseball. It's getting sharper. But pitcher props are the only way. Do not take hitter props. They are total sucker bets, because it's the hardest thing in sports to do is to hit a baseball.
Yeah.
So I will never forget that I was like, you know what, I'm going to dabble in offensive player props.
No, I guess it'll be like Lindor over 1.5 bases, and you're like, oh,
you're going to pick the one game that he doesn't, and then he's going to go 3 for 4 the rest of the series.
Yeah.
So you'd rather just go with one pitcher whose day it's like, you have one day in the week to pitch. You are going to most likely pitch the same way every game. Your pitches are the same, and you have to look at the lineups that are strikeout prone or not strikeout prone, because there are certain players, like I'll never forget when I worked at MLB Network, and Jake Peavy, Cy Young World Series winner, he goes, Zach Gallen is a favorite right now to win Cy Young. You're going to fade him? I said, absolutely. He goes, why? I said, do you see his ERA on the road? And he's also up against a team that doesn't strike out a lot. So if you're going to face a low K rate team as a pitcher who relies on the strikeout, then you're probably not going to strike out a lot of batters. So you're going to take his under on his Ks, and we're going to fade him, and I forget who the team he was
Are you
playing.
in a good or bad mood every day based on how you're doing this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I was going to say.
Thank you, guys.
I guess I know I am. Hey, Kelly, Ariel, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate you.
Splashsports.com, splashsports.com. We got Kelly. We got Ariel.
And we got Dan Byer for an update.
Dan Byer.
What's up, DB?
Guys, the big news of the day, trade deadline is tomorrow, but the Wizards and Mavericks swung a deal sending Anthony Davis to D.C. Bunch of other players involved, but Dallas gets 2 first-round picks plus 3 second-round picks. as part of the deal. The Bulls are sending Kobe White and Mike Conley Jr. to Charlotte for Colin Sexton and 3 second-round picks. Jared McCain's out of Philadelphia on his way to Oklahoma City for a first-rounder and 3 second-rounders. Clippers are trading Chris Paul to the Raptors, but Paul is expected to be waived by Toronto. Cavs are trading Lonzo Ball and 2 second-rounders to the Jazz. Utah is expected to waive Ball after the trade today. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is not going to play until after the All-Star break. He's dealing with an ab strain, so it puts his status for the All-Star game in question as he was representing the international squad. Lakers center Jaxson Hayes suspended 1 game for pushing the Wizards mascot during pregame introductions last Friday. Patriots linebacker Robert Spillane says he expects to start Super Bowl 60 despite re-aggravating an ankle injury in the AFC Championship game. Patriots quarterback Drake May expected to practice fully today despite a shoulder injury. The Jets are hiring former Colts and Panthers head coach Frank Reich to be their offensive coordinator. Nathaniel Hackett set to be Arizona's offensive coordinator. While the Winter Olympics are underway, curling competition, and 4 minutes in today in Italy, the lights went out. Opening ceremony takes place on Friday. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Dan Byer. You the man. We got more Covino and Rich. We're going to... listen, I'll tell you what. When I hear about all these prop bets, it makes me realize how unresearched I am when I just randomly, willy-nilly bet.
Well, they go all out. And, yeah, they were not messing around for sure. But you know what I was thinking the whole time is...
Hold on. I got to ask Dan Byer. He's still there? Hey, Dan. Let me ask you one question. The gambling girls were saying...
Splash Sports girls, splashsports.com.
They were saying Seahawks not going for a 4th down.
The gambling girls.
Do you think they will not go? That's a plus 170. Do you think that McDonald's conservative enough that if you guys are winning the game, like he won't go for a 4th down?
Yeah, there was a time, I don't know what the updated numbers were, but they went for it the fewest of any team in the NFL.
So
look, Mac Jones.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. Look at just roaming around, huh?
Mac Jones.
So funny. Couple of years ago. Would people
I just
be
did it
surrounding?
for the Niner angle.
I know.
That's all.
There he is. All right.
Great
Well,
time.
thank you, DB. We got more Covino and Rich next right here on Fox Sports Radio.
Are you facing hiring headaches? Staffing your business is complex. High turnover, skills gaps, and ever-changing regulations can slow growth and drain resources. That's where Express Employment Pros comes in. With decades of staffing expertise, Express connects you to a large pool of qualified candidates, helping you reduce turnover, build the right size workforce. Get started at expresspros.com.
Now, if you need to flex your staff for peak seasons or special projects, Express Employment Pros offers contract staffing so you can scale up or down with ease, preventing burnout and boosting productivity. Worried about compliance? Express stays on top of ever-changing employment laws. It's recognized for excellence, earning client satisfaction awards, clearly rated best of staffing, and, of course, the Diamond Award for client satisfaction.
Don't let hiring challenges hold your business back. Visit expresspros.com, find your local office, and discover how Express Employment professionals can help you hire smarter and faster. And if hiring is taking away from growing your business, get the support you need from Express.
Don't spend your time weeding through spam online applicants. Hire faster with Express. Express Employment Pros, building your workforce, supporting your success.
we got NFL breaking news.
Oh,
What up,
DB, let's go.
Breaking news from Fox Sports.
A report from ESPN says that former Patriots head coach Bill Belichick will not be a first ballot Hall of Famer, as he did not receive enough votes to be enshrined into the Pro Football Hall of Fame this upcoming summer.
But that's crazy.
The report from ESPN's Don Van Natta Jr. and Seth Wickersham say that Belichick fell short of the 40 votes out of the 50 needed to get in.
Who's hating?
Quoting at least 4 different sources is saying that Belichick was notified of this news on Friday. Belichick quoted as saying 6 Super Bowls isn't enough, and what does a guy have to do? But Bill Belichick will not be a Hall of Famer this summer, according to this report from
That's
ESPN.
a joke, dude. That's only a joke second to Rich not being acknowledged by his Syracuse alma mater. That's a joke.
I can't believe that.
That really is. I know he's had a rough year plus and a shaky storyline in recent history, but what he did in the NFL is unmatched, and I don't know how that's possible. So he must have rubbed somebody the wrong way. He needs to.
Are you sure one of the voters isn't Jordan Hudson's dad?
Seriously, that makes 0 sense.
Honestly, like I'm. This is tough too. I'm at a loss.
He's right.
Words.
What more does he have to do?
What more does he have to do?
It's kind of a no news sort of thing, but I think it was so surprising in hearing that because we all just felt it was a foregone conclusion. Mike Holmgren got to the final round of balloting last year and ultimately did not get in. I think that he should be in. I think Mike Shanahan should be in. I think a bunch of these guys should be in. And now it's like their case isn't as good if Belichick's not getting in at this point.
By the way, that's
really
another
stupid.
Mike
DB.
Shanahan, Holmgren, these guys are generational coaches, and Belichick is on the top of that list. That is wildly bizarre to me. It's like, Covino, who was the Yankee that was missing like one vote, had 99%? Like, was it Jeter or Mariano Rivera was unanimous, right?
Mo was, I think, the only guy unanimous.
Yeah.
And Jeter was one vote. Yeah.
Like one
vote.
guy. And it's like, who is the person that said, 5 World Series, the captain, clutch, Mr. November? I'm a Mets fan. I don't
Just
like
a
the
hater,
Yankees.
bro.
But in my mind, I'm like, to not vote Jeter in, to not vote Belichick in, those jabronis deserve to get their vote taken away.
You could think whatever you want about Belichick as a person. You could hate
Grumpy,
the Patriots. Yeah, it doesn't matter because I think everyone should be able to acknowledge what he did for the Patriots and in the NFL.
Damn.
So that's just ridiculous.
Thanks for the breaking news, DB.
Yeah,
that's wild.
That's wild.
And
Really
there's one other layer to this. He was in a coaches category. Bob Kraft, Patriots owner, is a finalist in the contributors category. So you wonder, did Kraft get in? And they're like, we don't want to mess with Belichick, or we'll have to see. We'll have to see how it plays out. But both were up for possible enshrinement this summer. But Belichick apparently not good enough to make the cut. We'll see if the Patriots.
Wouldn't you think
owner
there's a
is.
mistake there? Like, oh, there has to be an error.
Like, was there a hanging Chad involved?
Want to thank Jaxson Dart. Want to thank Kelly Stewart and Ariel Epstein from SplashSports.com. Man, they got nerdy with the prop bet numbers.
My God, I didn't know they were going to go that deep on the props, and my
They
goodness.
do their stuff. Yeah, be prepared. SplashSports.com.
I do like that one bet, though. The Seahawks not going for it on 4th down. Well, not attempting one. It's possible. I think they may be in control the whole game. As much as I do think we want a good game, we want a close one. Seahawks might just be that much better. Because if you want to believe the Denver Broncos, Cortland Sutton, they don't even belong there. We're going to get to that in a second.
Yeah, but Patriots defense is pretty tough. And will the Seahawks offense be able to infiltrate that? That's some of the stuff we'll figure out in the next few days when we have more superstars stop by the show, more NFL Pro Bowlers. And, man, Friday I'm really excited for because we're hearing some big names about Friday. So we're Covino and Rich live from Radio Row. Super Bowl week in San Francisco, and your next success can begin sooner than you think.
Yeah.
Put your goals within reach at University of Maryland Global Campus, an accredited state university. Apply now and save with no application fee. Classes start February 11th. Learn more at umgc.edu. That's umgc.edu.
And if you're facing a peak season, look for a new team member.
You could use Workforce Solutions from Express Employment Pros. They make hiring easier. Visit expresspros.com, find an office near you, and you can see how Express can help you hire smarter and faster. Ba-bam.
Now, if you missed any of our interviews, everything's at Covino and Rich FSR on YouTube. Covino and Rich FSR on YouTube. During the day, we're doing our Patreon for a little behind the velvet rope action about our stories, about our parties, about our events. Again, that's Covino and Rich on Patreon. But such a pleasure to be here. And tomorrow it gets even crazier. So as we get closer to the Super Bowl, that's when more and more superstars are stopping by. So tomorrow is when it really starts to hit off.
I know. Today we had some great guests.
And today was great. But yeah, by tomorrow and Friday, you got to be chiming in live, Covino and Rich FSR. Now, I do have one last question because, I mean, we're getting closer to Super Bowl, and there's an NFL report. But with the NBA, Rich, with the trade deadline tomorrow at what, 3 p.m. Eastern?
Yeah.
Danny G? Yeah, 3 p.m.
Correct.
tomorrow. Like, what are we really waiting for? A lot of moves have been made, and Anthony Davis and all this other stuff. What are we really waiting for? Is this still Giannis? I mean, is this the biggest story? Is this going to shake
Giannis.
everything up? I mean, but is there anything else that we're missing right now, or is this what everybody's waiting for?
Giannis right now.
And what are we expecting here? Like, what's the best storyline?
The best storyline is Knicks or Golden State, but I don't think that's going to happen.
So again, we'll be hearing something.
Yeah, or the
between now and
Bucks
tomorrow.
or the Bucks hold where they're at and wait till the offseason to try to get a little bit more for them.
Damn.
Which would be
2 minutes.
boring.
What's one of those things that would make you go, what actually would get you to tune in? Have any of the moves that have been made already make you tune in? Probably not.
No, none of them have been like, oh wow, we got to watch this team now.
But
right?
Well, Jaren Jackson Jr. does make the Jazz exciting.
That makes them better, yeah, for sure. We'll wait to see what happens there.
All right,
But
so we'll be talking about that tomorrow, I guess.
Real quick before we get out of here, Danny, you saw Cortland Sutton of the Broncos. Sour grapes, yes. Here's what he said. Best of luck, both of those teams. Everyone knows the Broncos should have been in there, but it's all right.
I mean, there's a feeling of that, but not with a backup quarterback. It wouldn't have been the same thing. I think it played out the way it was supposed to play out. I think the weather definitely played a major part of why the Broncos aren't here.
Yeah.
That's a really huge injury. So, I mean, that's just how the game goes. I did think they were the better team until all that happened.
I mean, you could say that about any injury in any sport. As a Niners fan, I could say, well, the Niners should be there if they didn't lose Fred Warner, Nick Bosa, and, George Kittle. But that's just all.
Yeah, it's all after the fact.
Yeah, you can't worry about that type of stuff. But
that's just how it happened, how the cookie crumbled. That's just the name of the game.
But you got to ask yourself.
So sour grapes, or just really how he feels? I'm sure he feels that way.
Both, right? I mean, it could be sour grapes, but also his reality.
It's both.
All right, well, listen, enjoy your Wednesday. Covino and I think we both need a little afternoon post-show nap.
We're going to take a little post-show nap, and then we have a big party to go to tonight.
Yeah.
With more stories tomorrow.
Man, I'm exhausted. I'm pumped, so let's do this. At Covino and Rich, if you want to play along, I know Spot will post some pictures of some of the cool guests we had on today, and you can always see it on our YouTube channel.
Covino and Rich FSR. Go there now, and thank you guys for hanging out.
Arrivederci, baby.
See you in the promised land. Goodbye, guys.